And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. And we're a group of special people. The specialist. Kyle is the special specialist. How we doing, Kyle?
Pretty chill. Yeah, just had a good weekend at Comic-Con. Had another decent weekend where we hung out, had some beers. Couple of lads having some beers. You know
Wrestled
what I
Kyle
mean?
and he pissed his pants, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, I got choked out and yeah, I nearly I never want to have that feeling again of you being behind me, breathing down, holding me so tight.
Sorry.
At least not on camera. It's like shit ain't never happening on camera.
No, it'll never again. But yeah. What else did we do this weekend, Kyle? And Kyle is here? Maybe? Who knows?
Sorry, yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
I thought my PC was locked up again.
Yeah.
I've had this issue. I'm do you know I'm fucking buy it tomorrow. I'm gonna buy an adapter thing and I'm gonna start filming this shit from my Steam Deck.
And then you can do it from the comfort of anywhere.
I can. Do you know what? I might just I'll do it like downstairs in my living room and just slowly turn the camera on every episode.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Just do something fun with it.
Back to it. What else did we do this weekend?
We went to go see a movie.
We saw Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's done pretty well financially, Kyle. Worldwide, 130 million. That ain't all to scoff at. I'll just ask you this quickly, and then we'll do a little review. Why do you think it's made so much? Is it the love for the games? Is it the fandom? Kids.
It's literally just kids. When we went to go see this movie, there was no one but kids in there. We were probably the oldest people in there.
I mean, yeah, but us to have like the combined age of 50.
What I'm saying, like, I could, like, when we were watching it, there was nothing but just kids in, like, behind us going, that's that from the game. And I'm just like, it was definitely not an hour type of film. And the reason why it did well is because when the Minecraft movie comes out, I think that's going to be a different Jason Momoa. I think that's going to be a different story with that one, because that one is literally played and loved by everybody, like anyone, any age, whatever. This just, it's like it's on every kid's iPad on YouTube watching this. Like I don't know anyone that likes Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, I know one person now, but other than that,
yeah,
I've just
that we really went into, was it, when we were
I
younger?
I honestly thought
I think
it
we
was
just missed it.
I don't think I would have been into this. No, I don't think we would have been into this. It's that, I don't know. It's that weird YouTube kind of thing where it's like, I think a lot of, like, the reason why is I'd say it's like because of the kids, that this is why this, like, the kids are telling the parents they want to go see this film.
But in the UK, it's 15, so that means you can't take kids in. So there'd have been 15 or older than when we were in. PG-13 in America, which is where it's made a bulk of its money. It's 78.
Yeah, but I don't think we just missed it, because, like, I mean, you say 15, like, the age rating for this film, Callum, mate, I've just turned 25. Like, so it wasn't that. It wasn't we just missed it. It was just something that doesn't really appeal to us.
It's Cal's birthday as well, I guess.
I thought, do you know what, Callum? I thought you were going to make a bit of effort and put, like, a little banner under my name, like...
No, you don't deserve it.
Old cunt or something like that.
You don't deserve
half
it.
Dead. Halfway in the grave.
Halfway in the grave, yep. no,
But yeah,
you do not deserve a birthday banner.
I think as well with this movie being so close to Halloween, that helps it as well because
Yeah,
it's like
no, definitely.
it's somewhat different.
There's
Like
a lot of there's a lot of mystery there. I always get people at work asking me about films as well. It's like oh, what's this? Should I go see this? Should I not go see this? But what are your quick thoughts on the film? And don't want to spend too much time on this.
I wanted to like this film. I did. But I was just like, from the get-go, like, full spoilers here. I mean,
it's out on Peacock in America and everything. It's already streaming, so...
Yeah, so it's not really that biggie. But I guess Josh was all right in it. It was cool to see him again.
Josh
it was
Hutcherson, yeah.
Don't think he fitted that kind of role where it was just, I don't know. He did good.
I liked him in it.
I liked him, but I just didn't. The film felt very much like it was. It felt like a fan YouTube movie kind of thing. This
is what I'm gonna go on and say. There's some bits about this film that I like. There's some bits about this film I didn't like. Any time they're actually in the pizzeria, and there's animatronics and stuff's going on.
Yeah,
I liked that stuff.
I'll say this: when they're out of the animatronic pizza place, whatever, Freddy's Pizza Parlor. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I was paying attention. I was just like I'm not very good with names, so take that into account. I was paying attention, but it felt like I was watching two separate movies cut together because it were like all seriousness with the main guy Mike. Is his name Mike?
Schmidt, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it got to the Freddy stuff, and then that cop was really fucking weird and annoying. Like, and the twist was, it didn't do anything different. I don't know. I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's fans are probably going to be happy with this because it's it's literally just.
Well, they are. This has got a very high audience score.
Yeah, but I just like I said, it's not for me. It literally feels like the final section of the movie. The plot just like the whole plot with the auntie and stuff that pretty much goes nowhere. That just cuts off. That's not continued or anything like that. But oh yeah, she dies, doesn't she? Yeah, but I'm just like it. It was a weird film. I'm not gonna say I hated it because I didn't, but I'm not gonna say I liked it either.
Do you know
what?
I was expecting to fight you a bit more on this, but I think we're both kind of in the same place, just expressing it a bit differently. Is because there is is it a perfect film? No, but there's a quote from the guy who actually made the games, made the series. I've listened to it today, and he said we're not making this film to get new Five Nights at Freddy's fans. He says that we are making this for like the old school fans. That this is what it's made for.
Like I said, which is fair enough. We probably don't appeal to us.
Do you know what? Like back in the day, when you heard a film, when you heard a quote, and Zack Snyder was saying, "Batman v Superman's made for the fans. It's not made for critics." That was like, all right, but still, Batman v Superman's a bit iffy. This is a film which I see is truly made for the fans. And by the reactions we were getting in the theatre, it wasn't as loud as like a Spider-Man No Way Home or Avengers Endgame or anything like that. But there were some loud reactions in there. For people seeing stuff.
Well, I won't shut up.
You are.
Some annoying kids as well. I won't shut up.
But yeah. So, seeing the joy that this brings to actual fans, it's like, all right, that's cool. They like it. They get it.
I probably wouldn't go see the sequel. I would. I wouldn't. Like I said, this whole thing just doesn't appeal to me, especially like when the ending happened, and it's like wall, and all of a sudden everything's okay. It's a part of the law, cool, but it just didn't. The whole thing just doesn't appeal to me. I'm sorry. If it appeals to you, great. I hope this movie's what you wanted. But for me, it doesn't. It's not. It did its job. It appealed to the old school fans, but it's definitely not going to bring any new fans in, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that was the aim. I really don't think that was the aim. But yeah, no, I've been learning a lot about that big yellow bunny at the end. Oh,
Yeah.
That's spring trap stuff. That's just pretty fucked up. But it's something they really couldn't show in this film because it's PG-13 in America. But our ratings, sometimes our ratings are backwards, and sometimes our ratings are like dead on. Like sometimes something's rated lower here than it is in America, or sometimes something's like the Batman was a 15.
I gotta be honest, like, I know this is like apparently a very small part of the whole story and the lore.
Yeah.
And it's not to shit on it, but this movie does a terrible, like I said, it appeals to the already established fans, but for new people coming into it who've never seen it, this is literally just it. Do you know what? There's probably some lore explanation to the stuff that happens in the film, but when you go in and watch it without knowing any of that, it feels like they're just making it up. Like, I've not seen Wonder Woman. Is it Wonder Woman 87?
84.
84. But I know that film was just kind of making up stuff as it went along. That's what I've heard. Because it's something to do with like making wishes and stuff in the plot of the film. This feels like it literally just makes stuff up as it goes along.
Right. So dead kids in that.
Right, but are they ghosts? Why do they go in the dreams? I thought they were.
That's where he hid the bodies. In the animatronics.
So it's a ghost thing.
It's a ghost. Dead kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he hid the dead bodies in the
animatronics because that's where people wouldn't think to look.
Okay, I mean, okay, if it's ghosts, then cool. But I'm more into kind of if it was like their brains like turned in, like their brains were taken out and then they were put into like the android, which is the animatronics, and that would have been a bit more fucked up. Which but to me, it's just a bit better. It sounds a bit better when you got that rather than ghosts. Like ghosts, just I don't know.
Yeah, but Kyle, dead kids.
Yeah, but it's like, well, why not? Is it established in the universe then that dead? When kids die, they become ghosts in their favorite toy or whatever. Like,
well, no, there are dead kids in there because that's where the bodies were stuffed, so they're haunting them.
Okay. Cool.
And apparently, in that little cupcake, there's a dead chihuahua.
You've been on a very long phone call, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Like I said, it doesn't really appeal to me. If the fans love it and like it, I'm happy for them getting a sequel. I'm gonna say this. It's a great thing all round for everybody, because if this movie does well and it gets its sequels, it just means that critically a film doesn't have to be excellent, but it has to just at least stick with the plan when it comes to game adaptations. And I feel like this is doing that. So I'm happy for it. I'm not trying to shit on the film. Like I said, I really don't think it's for me. I don't think it's going to bring any new fans in. Maybe later down the line when there's like another movie or two out and they've explained it a little better. Because this film goes in you expecting to know what's going on.
Yeah.
We both went in blind, and it was like I wanted to enjoy it. I did, but it was just kind of like, yeah. But yeah, overall, it was okay. Not really for me. If you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, apparently this movie's pretty good, so go see it.
But yeah. Anyway, speaking of going in blind. You get it, Daredevil. Apparently Born Again is going to lead straight into Spider-Man 4. That's the reports now that they're redoing it.
Really, the streets then, aren't they?
So you're just fucking fine, man. Kyle!
I'm sorry, it slipped.
You stop ripping ass on camera.
I get nervous. I get nervous.
Mate, that one was pathetic as well.
I'm sorry, I get nervous.
It sounded like a frog. Look directly in your camera and apologise.
No.
But anyway, we're not going to spend too much time on the shitting. Daredevil, Born Again, is going to lead directly into Spider-Man 4. So 2 questions. Do you think Kingpin's going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4? And do you think we're going to get Daredevil in Spider-Man 4? Because they kind of set it up a little bit already in No Way Home. Just having his presence there, kind of, it's like, come on, you want to pay this off and have Daredevil and Spider-Man together in a film?
Yeah, I'm up for it. I hope that they make the plot fit in with it. I guess they can because, like I said, I think they're going into more the street crimes when it comes to the next Spider-Man film.
Yeah, I want the next Spider-Man film to be.
Yeah, I don't want him saving the entire world or the entire universe. I just want him saving his local street or whatever. You know, it's going to be... expect this Spider-Man to be quite different as well. You know, it's not going to be like the previous films. I feel like it's probably going to have a bit more of a Toby Andrew tone to it, where he's literally all alone.
Earliest reports about Spider-Man 4 is that he's going to spend a lot more time in the mask. And that's because he's got he is no Peter Parker anymore. Well, he is, but he needs to build that identity back up.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna... I think if that's the case, I think the Peter parts are just going to be just as important.
Yeah, they always are, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like the Batman situation where he's literally just shows up briefly. I feel like he's going to have more Peter moments than that.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to see him struggle with now having to sort his own rent out and sort his own life out as Peter. And he's now got that struggle. He does have that struggle of trying to be Spider-Man at the same time. He's not going to have the trouble of his, people around him being hurt. His, people he loves, unless they bring him back. We don't know.
Apparently, Zendaya's in talks to come back for 4. I think that's a bit too soon.
It is far too soon, but we'll have to wait and see. I feel like we will see him struggle as Peter Parker. It'll be like a sub-story in the film. I would love to see them obviously both on screen together in their iconic suits.
I think if this happens, this might be our most anticipated film of all time but in joint anticipation.
Yes, yeah. I think that the thing is though, I'm worried about this film, Spider-Man 4. I am worried because Sony.
No, now, they've been, to be fair, apart from Morbius, they've had, Spider-Verse lately. They're probably shining more than actual Marvel Studios themselves right now.
Yeah, but when it comes to Spider-Man, I'm very, very cautious because of how he fucked up in the past.
But apparently, John Watts is returning to direct. He did the first 3, so...
Sam Raimi did the first 2. Look how Spider-Man 3 turned out. So I'm saying this. I hope
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, but I'm hoping this film isn't going to have much studio interference, especially from Sony. If this film is going to be good, it needs to be built the same way these previous films were built. And the MCU still needs, Marvel still needs to have their hands on it in a sense.
It's beneficial for both parties if
it's beneficial for both parties if it works.
Marvel involved, and then
Well, the problem is the Venom 3 film. Like, we don't know much about it. It's clear that they very much want a Spider-Man in their Venom film, or something along the lines of that. I think what they should do, if potentially we don't get Andrew back or whatever in Secret Wars, we know Toby's most likely coming back over Andrew. Tom's obviously going to be back. But I feel like if they're going to do anything, they could potentially put Andrew in the Venom 3 film.
Well,
I don't know how.
We're going to get on to some of this stuff a bit later in the next topic.
Oh, in MCU. Okay.
Yeah, but,
right, well, I'll say this. Yes, I am so down for this. It will make money as well. This film will make money.
Oh yeah, a Daredevil Spider-Man film will make bank. It has the very real potential of being the best Spider-Man film ever. Yeah,
because it's going to be stuff that people really love. Like, I know a lot of people really dislike Tom just because they call him Iron Boy Jr. I kind of agree with that. But
I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
I do, but I don't see him as like I feel like, yeah, his mentor was kind of Tony, but I mean, he had him in one film, and yes, he uses a lot of technology, but so does the PlayStation version, and people love him. Yeah, he invented his own tech.
And I think something else that people need to realise is he is a product of that world.
Exactly.
That he's in. Yeah.
He's different. If he was the same, and he was the same as like Toby and Andrew, where he had like none of the tech stuff, and he was the same, people will complain anyway. So I'm glad we got a nice different version of him, because we got some really cool moments, with the Iron Spider suit and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy. I love Tom's Spider-Man. I love him. I'm not, I get it. I get what people are saying, but at the same time, you guys would complain if it was exactly the same as how Toby and Andrew were, where they didn't have that. So, but you're getting this now in this film, so shut up.
No, Tom Holland, Charlie Cox on screen together. I think that's going to be.
That needs to happen.
Yeah, it needs to.
Uh-huh.
And apparently one of the plot lines of Born Again is Kingpin's running for mayor of New York. Well, maybe we see by the end of the Born Again show that he actually wins the election, and then maybe that actually catches the attention of Spider-Man as well.
It could very well work. It's not unbelievable, because
it's not hard to make this work at all.
They've brought Spider-Man now down to the street level. With he doesn't have any tech, doesn't have any of the fancy gadgets. He's literally all alone.
Best suit he's ever had, though.
A lot of people say that as well.
My favourite Tom Holland one was, until that one came, was the black and red one. I loved how simple it was.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do like the end of that suit. I just think it looked a bit Christmassy with the snow and everything. It looks like a bit of a Christmas suit. But
do you think it carries over to Spider-Man 4?
I think so, yeah, absolutely, because it's got a lot of love. Like, I bought the hot toy for it. I'm not saying I dislike the suit. I just think in that setting...
we got that shit pre-ordered. When's that coming? December?
I think so. Is it? I don't know. I've still waiting on my integrated suit. But, yeah, I think I'll probably, like, my view on that suit will change when I've unlocked it in the Spider-Man game. I'm going to swing around in it.
I have.
Yeah, but for now, it's kind of like, it just looks a bit like a Christmas suit, but it looks awesome. I think once it's not in that snowy setting, it will look amazing. Yeah. It will look like a really good... I love the blue on it.
Just another Spider-Man Daredevil related thing as well. Gaming related. That's a nice glass, Kyle. Where'd you get that from? The creative director of Spider-Man 2, he's been doing the rounds, been doing interviews lately, and someone said, "Are we going to see a Daredevil Spider-Man crossover in the Insomniac universe?" Mm-hmm. And all he said was, "Stay tuned."
Yeah, I heard that because someone asked him about the sign, and
Yeah.
it's like there's a bit of a story there. The sign was there, it is now gone. What's going on? And yes, Brian Intihar said, "Stay tuned." So if you're into the Spider-Man game, keep an eye out for that. We'll probably do something if anything comes of it, because why not?
Yeah. Oh god, I just want Insomniac to make a Daredevil game. And that's like the most basic shit anyone's saying right now as well. Like, I understand I'm a basic bitch saying Insomniac make a Daredevil game, but Insomniac, please make a Daredevil game.
If anyone can do it, they can do it. I mean, they're
Yes.
doing. Apparently, that Wolverine's going to be a bit like God of War, where it's a bit more,
Linear,
yeah,
linear
linear.
open world sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, I don't mind that. But yeah. Anyway, Kyle, the MCU as a whole. Kevin Feige. This was last week. I just thought I'd chuck it in today.
Sorry, when you said a whole, I was going to say there's a whole load of shit.
As the whole truth, as Tech Knight would say.
I don't know who that is.
It's Gen V, mate. You won't get it. But yeah, Kevin Feige has said everything that is Marvel, has been Marvel, whatever is Marvel, is canon in the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. He said anything's possible, anything can pop up at any time. So, obviously we've had a little taste of this. We've had Patrick Stewart as Professor X in Multiverse of Madness. We've got Hugh Jackman coming up in Deadpool 3. All this stuff now, we are in the phase to be seeing it. But what do you think? Do you think he's just, throwing out a little bone like, don't worry, we're here, you guys. Secret Wars is going to be fucking insane. Is that his little way of teasing it, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a big tease, and if it doesn't live up to it, it's going to be like, why did you say anything? Because then you can't go back and say let's say Secret Wars happens and none of this stuff happens, or only like the tiniest little bit happens. You can't go back and say like, well, why did Kevin Feige say that? So all right, cool. Just don't disappoint and just give the fans and do the right thing.
Well, one thing I'd say about Marvel is they have always tried to give the fans what they want. Sometimes the execution hasn't been great, but I would say they've always tried to give the fans what they want. There's very few occasions where I can think of where they didn't give the fans what they want, like, Taskmaster in Black Widow. Stuff, just little things like that here and there, but I think their ultimate goal is always try to give the fans what they want. But for me, this is more of like, okay, Secret Wars is going to be nuts, but are we going to see, Wesley Snipes as Blade? Are we going to see Ben Affleck as Daredevil? Because that'd be crazy as well.
If I'll say this, if it's a really, like, I know we said it's like a soft reboot. I feel like, let's say it's a hard reset where it's, like the DCEU being now the DCU, just hard reset. If that happens after Secret Wars, then just fucking go for it. Just chuck everything in.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's the last movie of the MCU. It's, make it bombastic, bonkers, do whatever you want. Throw in little plot lines there, whatever you need to do. Throw in whatever character you need, bring whatever actor back. Just do it, because it's going to reset, and no one's, canonically, you don't have to worry about these things because it's all been reset.
Yeah.
So they should do it. Hopefully they do it. We'll have to wait and see. It's looking more likely that they'll do it. I mean, if it turns out Deadpool 3 and Spider-Man No Way Home is a better, more multiversal film than Secret Wars, then,
I think Deadpool 3 might be the best multiversal film we ever see. and that's even including with Secret Wars coming up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm hopeful for Secret Wars because of what we got in Endgame, but I'm a little cautious just because of Multiverse and Madness.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, so everything's fair game. You know, if we would have heard this, if we'd have heard this 6 years ago, we'd have gone, yeah, whatever, fuck off, they're not going to do that. And now it's, I mean, even like 2 years before Spider-Man came out, and you know, the first rumours started coming out of like, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in this, and it's like, alright, yeah, cool, whatever, fuck off, don't believe you. And then a year later, official casting comes out of Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx have both been cast as villains in, and it's like, what? Okay, maybe we're going somewhere.
Maybe Fox put that post on Instagram.
Oh,
Did he?
that's stupid. Fuck, I love him. Yeah. But yeah, no, sticking with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a film we haven't really talked about a lot, so I want to get your thoughts on the film as a whole as well. Thunderbolts. The director's come out and he said it is going to be a complete movie. So, to me, it's going to tell its story and it's going to finish its story. It's not going to try and, you know, build other things up and do other things and set other things up. To me, this is going to be like a somewhat Avengers film with things that have been set up already, and then this is where it pays off.
I'll say this. I can't wait to see these characters.
Personally, I can't wait to see the most. Wyatt Russell, US agent. That is the character I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I get that.
I love Bucky, I do, but
I'll say this though. I hope this film's good, and I hope it is really good.
Have you seen Beef on Netflix?
No.
Watch that, mate. It's amazing. And the writer of that is doing this.
Cool. That doesn't mean too much to me anymore.
No. But if you'd watch Beef,
it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing. Let me say this though. I
put my hands up. You keep yours below your table, mate. Playing with your cock.
No.
Fucking fart again.
I can't. I'm all out. I hope this film is good. I hope it pays off with what they've kind of set up. The only thing I am worried about is because this film was planned in the era of when Marvel was shitting out things more faster than, you know, they could process. So I hope this isn't like a shit out film.
And this was also this also got its new writer before a week before the writers' strike. Who was the guy who wrote Beef? Because originally it was the Black Widow writer, and he was focusing on Red Guardian, Yelena, and Taskmaster. Those were the characters they were focusing on. So Marvel went, nope, that's not what we want. We want an equal thingy. So yeah, and they've got in the writer from Beef.
Is the Taskmaster that we're getting? Is it the one from Black Widow?
I believe it is. But redeem the character. You've got a chance here. Make us like it. But
I can't get. I'm sorry, I can't get on board the fact that it's literally a dude in the suit, and then they take off the head and then, you know, the helmet, and it's like, I don't get that.
Which me and Kat, we preface this right now. We don't care that it's a woman in the suit. It's the fact that they just had no character. Anyway.
No, the character was piss poor.
Yeah.
And it were like they tried to show a big twist in the film. The film didn't need that twist. The film didn't need that. Taskmaster could have been a name, you know, faceless character, and we would have loved it because that is kind of what Taskmaster is. You know, you don't really know his face, just have him be a badass.
Yeah.
All we wanted from it.
For me, it kind of took away from Natasha a bit. It's like, oh wait, so Natasha's not good enough to go against a man. She has to fight a woman. In the Black Widow film.
I'm not going there. I'm not going anywhere near that. But I'm just saying, it was stupid, the whole kind of plot thing, the plot twist of like, oh, it's actually his daughter.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why was he running? Why was it a dude running a suit then?
Yeah,
You know,
no, definitely.
it just felt like a forced bad plot twist.
Another character I'm quite interested in seeing in this though is Hannah John Carmen's Ghost. Be very interested to see what they've been up to. Obviously, we've seen Yelena, the most recent, I believe, in Hawkeye. And that was 2021 though. No, it was actually Val we saw recently in Black Panther. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this film. It's kind of the MCU's take at the Suicide Squad. Let's see if they can knock it out right the first time and not have to do it like the Suicide Squad did, and have a second film to make it good.
Called Thunderbolts.
The Thunderbolts.
You got Thunderbolts, and you got the second one called the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
There'll be fucking James Gunn all over it. They'll be swapping sides.
Another interesting thing with this show is, Stephen Yeun, Glenn from The Walking Dead, who we're actually going to be talking about in the next topic as well. Funny enough, he's in this film. Obviously, he was in Beef as well. He was one of the leads in that. And people still don't know who he's playing, but he said, a couple weeks ago, he says, yes, I am playing a character from the comics, and he's very excited to be playing the character that he's playing. Now, a lot of people think he's playing Sentry. Do you know that character?
Heard.
It's
not saying.
It's it's like another Marvel take on Superman.
Okay.
Now, my only issue is the MCU's already had its crack at evil Superman with Icarus. Do you know what? I don't want to say evil Superman. I want to say misguided Superman. But Sentry is another character like Moon Knight. He's got his, slight split personalities and stuff like that. So they might be able to make it work. Maybe he's working with the Thunderbolts at first and then turns evil. Who knows? But if Stephen Yeun's in it, then, and he likes the role, I'm quite up for it, because he's actually turned out to be probably one of the most talented people to come out of The Walking Dead. So, yeah. Anyway, Kyle, do you know what it is? It's Invincible week. It's out on Friday.
I can't wait.
Also, just, I'll say this, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't mean anything, but we like to bring it up here and there. Clearly, look at Gen V. Gen V debuted to 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the Movies and Beyond crew, it would hit a 50%. Because Kyle don't like it, and I love it. So, that's just how it works sometimes. But, again, Invincible, Amazon's setting it out of the park. It's debuted to 100%. Now, I checked, there's just nearly 20 reviews, so that could change quite a lot. TV now, though, usually waits until the end for critics to jump on. But it's debuted at 100%. Do you see that, well, does it get you a bit more excited for Invincible Season 2?
I kind of expected it. I mean, with how long they've taken.
Yeah, and I think Season 3 is done as well. Ready to come.
I fucking hope so. I don't think it is, but I hope so.
No, Season 3 is in the can.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, that's something to look forward to then, I guess.
I kind of see this like Rick and Morty, where we had to wait ages for like Season 3, and then it's like one every year now. Have you watched before we get into this? Sorry. Have you watched any of the new episodes of Rick and Morty?
No. Not because it doesn't appeal to me. There's something missing. Like I said, the voice actor's okay. I think Rick sounds okay. Like, if you didn't know he was a different voice actor, you'd probably pick up on something that's different, but you wouldn't know it was someone else. Like, it's really good. I've heard better, I can't lie. And Morty just clearly doesn't sound like Morty to me.
Morty.
It just doesn't have that same to it.
Yeah.
I know you said he sounds better as Morty, but I don't think he does. I think Rick sounds better. but he still doesn't sound like Rick.
Yeah.
But he sounds more Rick than Morty just sounds Morty.
Anyway.
So,
sorry.
What?
I'm cutting you off.
You can't.
You've been cut off. You know. What did you think of the first season of Invincible?
It's alright.
It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah.
It was a nice surprise because I remember the trailer dropping and I was like, oh, it's got all these great, actors and stuff and they're all voicing these characters.
Amazing cast.
Yeah, I was never
Mahershala
I've never
Ali?
seen I've never seen or heard anything of Invincible. I've probably seen like a poster of it somewhere in a comic book shop, but when this trailer came out, I was like, for the first season, I was like, I'm watching this, like. And I'm glad that you liked it as well, because it's something we can now also talk about. It's more comic book stuff to talk about, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. But yeah, I really liked it. It wasn't, for me, it wasn't as perfect, but it definitely, I think my main complaint is probably the animation in the first one.
From the trailers, looks like they've improved quite a bit.
Season 2, yeah.
Looks like they've actually proved themselves, and it's like, right, you can have a bit more money this time.
Bit more time, bit more money, bit more in the production, yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, how we doing it, Kyle? Am I coming down to yours? Or you coming up to mine? We've got an episode of Loki. I'm assuming it'll be 3 episodes of Gen V. No, not 3 episodes of Invincible, because that's how Amazon like to drop. 3 and
well,
then...
I need to watch on Thursday. I'm gonna watch because I've got a day off. I'm gonna watch the Atom Eve episode. I've not watched it yet.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't want to watch it and then be like, oh shit, I gotta wait now for the rest of it.
That Atom Eve episode is fucking spectacular, mate.
No, I know, but I just wanted to wait until like
yeah
just before season 2.
Well, that's it. You're in for a treat.
Yeah, it's just like a single episode I can watch, and then I get to look forward then to the next day of continuing it a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can't lie. There's one little theory in it I'm hopeful for, because it's got one of the Spider-Man voice actors in it. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, or is it? I don't know. We'll see.
Is it a bit of a stretch though? Because haven't Sony signed a TV contract with Amazon?
I don't know.
Amazon's supposed to be doing a Silk show, I think.
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, but that doesn't really say much because Sony like delve into stuff with like Apple TV and things, don't they? So and Netflix with the films. So
well, Sony are very anti-streaming service. They don't want their own. Their motto is, why the fuck would I spend the money on running my own streaming service when I could just make the content and sell it to you guys? So
yes, so I mean, I think it would be a very interesting take on it. That's I'm not gonna like rely on this happening.
Apparently we are getting into the multiverse in Invincible season 2.
Like I said, I'm not gonna rely on it, but it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, I'm still excited just for the season as a whole.
Yeah.
Just continue the story and see where it goes, because I've nearly had a couple things spoiled for me because this thing has gotten bigger now. I'm seeing it more and more on social media, so it's just a little harder to avoid now. Spoilers,
yeah, like comic spoilers and stuff like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Invincible, probably one of the best shows of 2021. It's finally back. Finally. But yeah, I think that will do us for today. Kyle, anything you want to add before we go?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing at all? Okay, fair enough. Well, we have been Movies and Beyond. This is our YouTube channel where we talk about movie news, movie reviews, TV reviews, all the good stuff that's going on in the world. Sometimes we do gaming. Kyle's got
Sorry, my mum just came in to give me my card.
What are you opening?
No, my mum's just giving me my card.
For your birthday?
Yeah.
Let's open it. Let's open it. Birthday card reveal.
Apparently.
Some sweets, Callum.
We got him some sweets.
Some Haribo.
That's mine.
Oh.
What was this morning?
I'm going to say, why would you get me Haribo? I like Haribo.
You ungrateful little cunt.
Oh, I don't like seeing the number in there. Ugh.
Go on.
Happy 25th.
No, I wanted to put that on.
Kyle's made it halfway to death.
Thanks.
Yep. Well,
You had the date on the back.
Well,
that's
happy
it.
birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you. This has been Movies and Beyond. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like, because it's Kyle's birthday. Subscribe for Kyle. That's all he wants for his birthday. You to subscribe to this channel. So, yeah. Hold it up, Kyle, and say, subscribe.
Oh, not the bag of sweets.
Subscribe.
There we go.
Let's get 25 likes.
Yep. 25 likes for the 25 years that Kyle's dad left him.
It's like they heard what you said.
Yeah, I know.
Timing was perfect, but
See you later.